Hey everyone, my name is Spencer Kaufman with Social Media Ministries. Can you believe it has been 1 year? That's right, this is a month number 12 of Social Media Ministries. This is our May 2022 monthly update and progress report. Well, congratulations, happy anniversary. We have been preaching sermons and posting them out for 1 year according to the month of May. Now, of course, our nonprofit wasn't approved until several months later, but it was backdated to June. So June will be our 1 year anniversary of the 501c3. So stay tuned for that. What have we done in the month of May? Well, we haven't done too much. May has been kind of a flatline month. We've just been continuing. We've been maintaining. We have been surviving because yes, it has been a little bit tough on some fronts. So we've continued posting one sermon every single week and posting it out on YouTube. We've also continued with the podcast. So if you have not subscribed yet to the YouTube channel or to the podcast, hey, help us out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you prefer listening to. That will help. Even if you don't listen, I want you to listen though, and more importantly, I want you to share with other people who may not yet know the content that's in there, okay? Please, it's better for them that you do that than it is for us or for you. It's like Paul said, it is better for everyone else if I remain here, but it is better for me if I die and go to heaven. I love that. What else have we done? We have completed our profiles on several database websites, kind of like GuideStar. Remember when we did that several months ago? We completed our GuideStar profile on Candid, and what that is that's like the nonprofit database. And so other databases, like smaller ones or knockoff websites, so to speak, they'll pick up our information, probably retrieving it from GuideStar, and then they list us on their websites. One that we did was GiveMN. And so the problem is they don't pull all of our information, which is kind of silly. They only get like our name. And it's like, why don't they take our logo and our mission statement and our website and all of that over as well? I don't know. So we went on there, we applied to be a moderator or an editor, and then filled out all that information. So we've been doing that on a few different databases. So now when people search for us, then hopefully we'll come up and they can contribute, donate, see what we're all about, etc. We've also done more Google Ads. We're really getting out there with the Google Ads. So hopefully that will bring us more website traffic, which will bring more people to our videos, to our podcast, which will bring more people to Christ. That is the ultimate goal. Now, I said that some things have been struggling. Yes, we have been running out of finances. As most of you know, our main source of finance for the nonprofit comes from me or my business or something like that. The space is donated to us from Kaufman Everlasting. You know, I write personal checks to the Social Media Ministries as well. And that is how we've been surviving for a year. We still have credit cards to pay off. We bought equipment that we haven't paid yet. All of this we're just making the payments. We're just surviving. We're barely getting through. We're treading water. And so we were hoping that May was going to be a big breakthrough month because we've finally gotten approved on Facebook Charity, YouTube fundraising, all these different fundraising platforms. Now we just need people to say, hey, I want to fundraise for you. Start a Facebook fundraiser and invite their friends. Get on YouTube, put fundraisers on their videos, and have their viewers contribute and support Social Media Ministries. That's what we need. We need the funding. And it's not all about the money. We just want to continue going. We want to break through. Yes, of course. If we don't get any money, I'm still going to be preaching sermons, okay? Because it's not about the money. I need to be very clear on that. I want you guys to understand. It's not like people who comment below. I get a lot of heck in the comments about people saying, oh, all he wants is money and this and that. That's not what this is about. It's about sharing Jesus to the world. And how do we do that? We're preaching, we're putting podcasts out, but guess what? If we don't put any money behind that and advertise or boost and get in certain countries with geographics by running ads, then no one is going to see it. Do you light your candle and put it under a bowl? No. We need to get that candle, that light out. And in order to do that, man, get a floodlight, a spotlight. get out there. We need to promote, and that costs money. And the money that I've been putting in, or that has been coming, is only enough to satisfy the loans or the debt that we've accumulated to start this ministry. Creating the nonprofit cost us like $6,000. We still haven't paid all that off. It's been a year. But that's okay. I mean, we have the website costs us money. Everything costs money. And we're maintaining. Now this year, as we go into year number 2, we need to get beyond maintaining, and we need to start surviving, so start living, start thriving, start getting out there. So that's our goal as we enter into year number 2. And that has been the May 2022 monthly update. So I hope that you, if you haven't seen the others, check back. We're going to keep doing this because it's a great reminder of the progress reports. It's kind of cool for me too to look back and see where we've come from, to know where we're going, to set goals, to see if we've reached them, to look at the previous videos and be like, oh yeah, we applied for that. Did we ever get it? No, maybe, yes. So stay tuned. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channels. If you find it in your heart to support us with a fundraiser, you don't even have to donate, but support us by creating a fundraiser and inviting your friends. Or if you find it in your heart that you say, hey, I want to help them with $20 a month, $50 a month, $5 a month, $100 a month, or a one-time donation, you can do that too. If you want to follow us on social media and just say, I want to support them by commenting on the content, that would be great. Or even by sharing the content, that would be awesome. We need people. That's what we need. We need people to share, because if we create the content and we want other people to see it, we either have to pay for it by boosting and promoting, or we need people like you to share it. And that's free. That's organic. That's what I'd prefer. Then we don't need the money. We don't really need the money anyway. We're going to keep doing this. But if you find it in your heart, please help us out any way you can. Thank you, and God bless.